Another day of no class. I'm upset because I was looking forward to setting stones, but can't be helped if the instructor has COVID. Next semester is going to be my last semester I go to college because my VA benefits are running out. And then I'm going to be left to do whatever I want to do. I'm probably going to work until I have enough money to buy all the materials that I know I have to work with jewelry making. There's gonna be no teeth brushing today because I already brushed it earlier today. Probably at night. Let's see, what can I talk about? I don't know what to talk about right now. I guess I could talk about the depression phase, since I've talked about the mania phase pretty much a lot. Before I had all my pills, and when I first moved here, I had already went into the phase of manic by going like 1,000+ miles across the United States, and so it turns quickly into depressive, and I didn't get up to eat anything. I just stayed on my phone the whole time, played around on it. And I would just think about how crappy my life was, which it really wasn't. And then probably around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that was when I would have my first meal. And wasn't even a meal really. It was mainly just like pizza. It was like a couple of pieces of pizza, and then I went back to eating nothing. But during those times as well, I would have sleeping problems. So I would stay up until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I would just play on my phone. It was the worst feeling in the world because there was no way that I could help myself from going to sleep or from staying awake. I mean, I just had to deal with it. And during those times, I would have a cloudy mind, and I would just be constantly thinking about things that I messed up on in the past, and think about how horrible life is. So yeah, okay, I was wrong. I do talk about my depression a lot more than I talk about my my mania. One of the reasons why I talk about my mania or my depression a lot more than my mania is because my mania doesn't really look like mania. It's kind of like I'll stay up longer, but it won't be that much. But it won't be that much. Back in the Marines, I could actually go 4 or 5 hours with sleep, and then get up and run, do PT and all that stuff like that. And I would have enough energy to go throughout the day without a nap. And when I got out of the Marines, I stayed up until about 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I would wake up about 12. And I wouldn't even be working on like anything important. I would just be playing video games. I remember one time I stayed up until about 7 playing, what was it? It was that one game with all the pigs, and you had to, I think you had to roll dice, or you had to like bring down the lever. Anyways, it wasn't that good of a game. I got to the #1 spot in my little tournament thing, and as soon as I got to the #1 spot, I had to keep it there. So I stayed up, and I stayed in that #1 spot. The antipsychotics actually make it a lot better. There's times where I will stay up until about 12 o'clock or 1 now, and then I'll fall asleep. But it's only because the antipsychotics like really force me to go to sleep. They make me drowsy, so it's like I want to go to sleep at that time. Without them, I would be up all night playing Raid, or I think it's Dragon City that I'm playing right now. And yeah, of course, I would spend time just like cleaning the house, It's like my motivation is being manic to do the housework. Back when I thought I had ADHD, I already said this before, but I want to say it again in a little bit more detail. So there was this one time that I was just looking around my apartment, trying to see something, like see what I could start working on, what to clean up. And I noticed one of the blinds was misplaced. And as soon as I touched the blind, that was it. It was over. I had, by the time my boyfriend got off work, I had already rearranged the living room, but I didn't put it all back. And I had a lot of stuff just piled up in one area. And so I was just sitting there just cleaning, organizing, and all that stuff for hours. And that was only